Hello grade 11s, today I'm looking at page 96 from your workbooks, the development of a transition piece. They're following much the same process. They've given you the top view, they've given you a front view, they want you to redraw that and then do the development of this transition piece. The tricky part, again, same as page 95, they've given you a slope in the shape. Unfortunately, what does that mean? It means that these 2 points will have 2 different true length measurements. In drawing on page 95, they had a straight line inclined, and that meant that the sides were all the same length. Because we've got a 30-degree angle here and a 45, these 2 edges will be a different length to these 2 edges. So just be aware of that slight change in the type of drawings we've done. Same as before, let's get started drawing the top view of our shape, then project up to get the front view. I have the outline for the shape in the front view. So what they've said is that from this corner here, this line slopes at an angle of 30 degrees. Where it hits the center, it then slopes at an angle of 45 degrees. And there is your shape. And there you have the completed top view and the front view. They've asked us to make this point AB a seam, giving us point AB, because it's a horizontal line in the top view, means that that is a true length. I'm going to mark that off now. I've set my compass to the AB measurement. I'm bringing it across to my development, and there I've marked that off. That would give me true length 1, true length 1. My next step is going to label all the points around my shape. Now, to construct our true lengths, what we need to remember is we need to take this to a horizontal line and use that measurement, which I've created on the edge of my shape. So my first point now will be point C. I'm going to call that point true length 2. So what I need to do is take my distance of AC now. And remember, if I was turning it around, I'd come and make an arc down there. I could take it up and use the corner. I'm constructing on the outside. Now let's remember, height A is at this point. So I transfer that measurement to height A. Draw in the line, and this is giving me true length 2. So to find point C, I'm taking the distance from corner BC at point B, and I draw the arc. I then need to take true length 2. True length 2, place that at A and draw the arc to give me point C, and I can join up those points. Now this is going to be the most important point here, is point D. Why? Because we've got to find the true length of A to D, because that's on a horizontal line here in the front view, and we need to find the true length of CD. So we've got 2 true lengths to find there. Now the CD true length is on a different height level. So I'm taking the measurement of CD, going to the height level of D and marking it off. Draw that line in. And that gives us true length 3. I can now take that distance from C and draw this arc. So there's true length 3. And I now need to find my AD true length. To calculate my true length for AD, I would take the length of AD, and I now need to go where point AD A joins to D. So I come across to the height. Here is height A, there is height D. So at D I now take my measurement and mark it off. I can now join up the corner of A to the corner of D, and I'm going to call that true length AD. Now take that distance with your compass and draw your arc. That is now giving us point D, which we can join up. My next triangle to find, CDE. I know the distance of CE, that's a true length. Set my compass, put my compass at C and draw my arc. I now need to find my distance for DE. That distance, DE, will be the same distance as DB, which means this will be true length 3. Maybe I can label it here. No, that's not correct. That's probably just indicating which line it's from. So I go back to my true length 3. Put my compass at D and draw my arc. That gives me point E. Join up the points. I've got point D and E. D and E. My next point is going to be F. I know my distance from D to F. We're going to have to calculate the true length there as well. So let's start with that. Get my distance of DF. I use my baseline as D, my base height level as D. Here's my base height level at D. I then need the point at F. So I take my DF measurement, I transfer it there, and I now join up that point. And this was my true length, DF. Set my compass to the true length DF. There you go. Put my compass at D and draw an arc. Compass at D and draw an arc. From E, we need to work out the true length of EF. So I take my compass, get my distance. F is my highest point. Put my compass there, mark that off. join the line up to my base, and this gives me my true length 4. If I now take my true length at 4, put my compass at point E, draw an arc to give me point F, and I can now join up my points. My next point is going to be point G, so I need the triangle EFG. Now the distance from FE will be the same on the other side, meaning this will be true length 4. So while my compass is still set to true length 4, I can put that at point F and draw an arc. I now need to take the EG distance, put that at point E, draw an arc. At that intersection we now have point G, and join up the points. This is the midpoint of our shape, and we now are basically working the shape back. So if this was our midpoint, we now need the small triangle to flip up on the other side, and so on. Let's follow our process again though. So we are now finding triangle FGH. If we look at it, there was true length 4, there was true length 4. My next true length I need here for GH measurement is true length 3. The F to H distance was the DF. It's DF line here. So this was true length DF. True length DF on this side. So I'm going to set my distance to my true length DF measurement. Draw my arc. Then I'm going to need my true length 3 measurement. Get my height for true length 3. Put my compass at point G. And I didn't make it long enough. And there's that point. My next triangle is going to be HG to I. So I'm going to take my IG measurement from point G. Then I'm going to need this true length, which is true length 3 again. Set my compass to true length 3. Put that at point H. Draw an arc. That gives me point I, and I can join in those points. My next triangle is HIA. So we need the HA measurement, which was true length AD. Draw my arc. From I, I need my true length 2. Set my compass to my true length 2. Here's my true length 2. Place that at I. There's point A, and join up the points. My last triangle is triangle IAB. So from I can take my distance to B. I take my distance towards B. From A I need true length 1. Set my distance to true length 1. Take that across to A and mark it off to give me point B on this side, and join up those points. I've done a lot of labeling because I'm hoping you can follow those steps to see where I've taken the different measurements from. And that is the end of drawing on page 96, the development of this transition piece.